Having a full season under your belts and getting to experience last year, what are you guys most excited about for this season, and what opportunities and potential do you see?
Yeah. I'm just super excited to be able to play with this group. We're a very physical team. Us in the weight room, we push weight every morning. Conditioning wise, we get faster every time. I'm just excited to play with this group because we got newcomers in, and then we have some veterans. But just to be able to gel together and play next weekend against some big teams is exciting.
Yeah, I'd say experience is one of the most useful assets. So I'm really excited to go into year 2 knowing that both my successes and my failures are both going to help me in this next coming season. So knowing that and having confidence in my preparation, but then also not taking that for granted and continue to look at everything as an opportunity for me to have more experience. So both twofold.
We heard from Coach earlier that it sounds like it's going to be a thumpier lineup. Steph, obviously, you're returning with second most home runs on the roster. I'm curious, kind of where's that identity coming from for you guys, and what are you looking to, show off this year?
I think the long ball is going to be a big one for us. We got Amari and Elon, and so they just hit the ball extremely hard, extremely far every practice. And so just to be able to bounce off of that and last year's successes, I think will help us in the long run.
What do you feel like you've been able to pick up from them? Just those are veterans who have a lot of experience at some of the highest levels of college softball in the SEC, ACC. What have you been able to pick up from them in terms of tips at the plate and stuff like that?
I think it's just to forget about my previous at bat. So if I had a bad one, I'd go either to Amari and she said, "You know what? Forget about it." And I'm just like, "All right, breathe." Elon's very calm and quiet, and so I just know like what's going on in her head. I'm just like, okay, gotta hit the restart button and just ball out.
Yeah, I'd say both of them offer a lot of wisdom when it comes to offensive game planning. I go to both of them actually quite often because I think they do a great job of keeping things simple, but then also, like what Steph said, having a short memory and keeping things simple and doing their job.
Emma, you get most of your staff back, obviously, with the addition of one new pitcher. Can you just talk about the relationship with you guys and how that's kind of gotten a little bit stronger, like in the off season? What you guys are looking forward to this year?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love our pitchers so much. They're such a good time. I'm really excited. Maddie adds a lot of energy to our bullpen. And then with all the returning girls, I value them on the field and I love playing with them, but I love spending time off the field with them even more. So I just think as we continue to spend time with one another, our ability and synergy on the field will get even better. So I'm excited for the opportunities there and just excited to continue in relationship with all of them.
How would you define the identity of this team in a couple of words?
I'd say very physical.
Physical. I would say grounded.
Yeah, that's a good word, Emma.
Thanks.
What have you guys both put an emphasis on this offseason and in January scrimmages?
For me, I think I've put a lot of emphasis on the mental side of the game and game planning, especially offensively, which is why I'm so grateful to have transfers like Amari and Elon, who I can kind of bounce ideas off of, and also Riley, great offensive mind. So I think that's what I've put a lot of emphasis on, and I'm excited to continue to work on that.
I would also say the mental side and the mindset. I still talk about last year's at-bats and knowing that if I keep talking about it, it's just going to get to me more. And so just putting it in the past and just focusing on what's next.
Last year, Stefini, you had to play a lot of first base down the stretch, especially in the postseason, obviously with Riley going out with the injury. Just aside from that, for both of you, how does Coach Lombardi prepare you both and the entire team just to be ready for any situation at any given moment?
I think just giving us opportunities during practice and just putting us in situations like game-like situations during practice and just having everybody rotate in and out. I also think Coach Lombardi does a great job of preparing us not only for the physical side but also for the mental side as well with Coach Rowe. And so I think that just helped a lot last year.
I would say I also think a big part of our team and something we pride ourselves on is the fact that we're not just the 9 on the field that are playing at the same time, but we're actually all 23 of us against one opponent. So we kind of take that mindset into practices and into scrimmages and whatever we're doing. It's all of us or none of us, you know? So it's not just one or a couple.
What's the message been from you guys as sophomores now to the new freshmen in the program?
I remember how great our seniors were last year at making us feel welcome and just comfortable. So I think that was one of my biggest goals with this freshman group. Paige, Kai, Kedri, Abby Mulvey, Stacy, Des, all of them did a great job of just letting us be who we were at the gates. So making our freshmen feel comfortable and being able to be themselves, and then celebrating the good and the bad with them as they continue and gain experience.
I think for me, it's just letting them know that we're there for them and that they can be leaders no matter what grade or what age they are, just because you never know what's going to happen. So Taryn, as a middle infielder, has a job where she needs to direct the infield or something, like letting her know that she can do what the seniors can do and just lead by example as freshmen.
Segueing off of that, never knowing what happened. Emma, you missed some time last year. What would you say you learned the most while you were sitting out, watching the team, and how would you apply that to the coming season?
It's a great question. I always said that my identity wasn't in the sport that I played, and then I broke my collarbone and sat out for a long time and realized that my identity was totally in the sport that I played, and I let a bad practice bleed into my night. I let a good game bleed into the next week because I wasn't sure of my identity outside of softball. So having that taken away and having the opportunity to build my identity in something more lasting, which I believe is Jesus Christ, but then also just continuing to take that into every day and then leaving the field at the field. And then when I show up at the field, being ready and having a good attitude. Definitely work in progress, and we're still working on it. I'm grateful for the opportunity to keep working on it, but also grateful for the opportunity to honestly sit out last year and reevaluate.
Emma, how excited were you to be able to watch Bracy during that time kind of emerge and develop, and how excited are you going into this season to just have another person back there with you to just kind of handle the work of being the backstop, because it's not just the everyday of swatting back there, but as we know, random pieces of dirt flying and hitting you in the face too. So there's plenty of things that you got to be ready. So how big is it to have another developed backstop back there?
It's great. I would say that it's not even just me and Bracy too. It's Trinity as well. All three of us work together, and we are a team back there. Seeing Bracy succeed last year was really awesome, and it was a testament to just the way that Coach Lombardi and all of our coaches have built our program, that we're not just one deep, we're multiple deep. And she came up big in huge moments and was the reason that, part of the reason that we went as far as we did. So I'm grateful for her. I thought she did an absolutely great job, and I thought she was a great teammate too in the postseason, and I couldn't sing her praises enough. I think she did a great job, and grateful to have the depth, grateful to have an opportunity to get better at practice every single day, because she's going to push me and I'm going to push her, and same with Trinity. We're going to make each other better. So grateful for her.
How many times have you been sent that video or seen it back home?
Oh, you have no idea. My brother just got married over Thanksgiving, and I think it was brought up like double-digit times at the wedding. Like, hey, did you see the video? It's like, yes, I have.
And, we've heard Maddie's pushing 72 from the circle there. How's the glove hold up receiving that?
Oh, we might need another one mid-season. No, she throws the ball really hard, and have to wear the pad underneath the glove. Because, she pumps it.